Good day all. So I say I want to do a review of the assignments that we took in class. And I gave us Gbpcad as part of the assignment, and I'm glad that we all marked it out the way I actually wanted it. So I still want us to still focus on this Gbpcad because it's a ranging market which pulled back because from the monthly time frame, you can see that price has been going down, it has been bearish since 2013 stroke 14 stroke 15. So why I said let's just use, because this trade, I did an analysis 2 years ago on this trade when price was at this point, and it was this month that price hit the take profit. So I now pick interest because this was the high of this range, and is a neckline is acting as a resistance here. So there was a support that acts as a resistance here before. See this part. There was a support here that turned resistance, which put price back before the reversal. So as I noticed that, I know that either price wants to continue towards the bearish side. So I say let's see if price will break out of this resistance zone and continue towards the upside, because we still have some points. You know that once you change this chart to line chart, you can call all these points pivot points. They are pivot points. So we have here, we have this double top here, which is acting as the overall high here, and we have this low here. So I was expecting price to break out and get to this point, but price did not break out. This past month that passed now, price did not break out, but we've not really given hope, because from here you see that we still have another support level here. We have another support level at this point. So that was why I picked interest and said, okay, let's use this pair as our watch homework. So remember, we marked this previous monthly candle high and low. We marked it, and since we marked it, we were looking at this candle when it was about closing, because it was 2 weeks ago I gave the assignment. So this was where we are. This was where we are. I was supposed to do this analysis yesterday before market open, but I think I decided to make it so that we'll see what price created also. So this was where we are that last 2 weeks. So now let's just go back and review what's happened. I would like us to review what happened. So the daily, we're at this level 2 weeks ago. That was here. That was here. That was where we are. So then you see that what price did was price broke through this our previous weekly low, and once it broke it, I got some people alerted me that price has broken here. So I now told them to wait for a retest. which price took, once price broke, price took almost, price tapped through this previous monthly low here. Once they tapped it, it's now retest, but it took, look at the day it broke. It broke on Tuesday. Wednesday, it was still going down. Thursday, it was still going up. So Thursday, New York session. Thursday, New York session. Price now pulled back for a retest, and which it did. It did a perfect retest at this juncture here. At this juncture here, which was a fair value gap, which was actually a fair value gap, because we have so many fair value gap here. The price decided to respect here. On which day? On Friday. So that Friday was 2 weeks ago. That is Friday last 2 weeks. I'm talking about our own Nigerian time. Price pull back and start dropping. Then after dropping, it did not break this prayer low. So on Tuesday, I got another alert that price has broken another monthly low and the daily low here. I got the, yeah, some people submitted their this thing. So I got the information that price. So I was expecting everybody to take the sell, which I saw some people took the sell. And as they took the sell, I asked for the take profit, which was set. Then I told everybody that set their take profit to allow price to hit either stop loss or take profit. So now I want to talk on this week. So along the line, price reversed here, price pull back, reversed again at this junction, which maybe there's no way on the higher time frame that price did not pick something before reversing. So when you go to the weekly, you see that price followed the last pivot point. That's why I say if you're setting up your take profit, if you're swinging or doing something like intraday, price always respect these pivot points. All these pivot points, if you watch what happened on a lower time frame, price always respects it and it must always come back to it. Like this new one that price have created here, once price comes here to react, it must have a reaction. And we still have this low, and we still have this last year's low, which is the overall low. This is the overall low that we are having from our left hand side, because everything that is happening at the right hand side is a cause of what happened at the left hand side. Anything that is happening at the right hand side, this right hand side that is the current move, is as a cause of what happened at the left hand side. That's why it's very important to know where to keep your take profits on your stop loss. And on this weekly, let's move to this present one. We have that price have given us an M pattern here, which here is the neckline, So we have a neckline where we are expecting price to react before getting to all those pivots. So because we still have some sell side liquidity, which is this new low that is formed, here, this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here, and this final last year's low. So you see, we have so many downside liquidity, or let me say sell side liquidity, before price can move up. And don't think that when price gets to this place, that price don't have right to move up and take up this high. No. So anytime price gets to this point, you have to be careful. Either you break even if you're going to swing it down, either you break even, you bring down your stop loss to your entry and watch what will happen. Or you bring down your stop loss to a certain amount of profit and watch what will happen. Then if you get a retest of anything that is created at this right hand side, then you now use it to maybe add a new entry and continue going down. When it gets here, you wait for another retest, then you take another entry and keep using all these arrows that I dropped here as your take profit, until you get to this final low. Then you now watch what will happen. You can take your profit at any point here and rest or continue going down. So I'm still expecting you guys to review this, to review it, because if you go down to the lower time frame and see what price is doing, you see that there was a gap, price pushed down. There's a high momentum here this morning. Which price broke structure here. And if you see, it's going for a retest, and that's the need for your Fibonacci. Remember your Fibonacci retracement, you can still use it as another confluence, to take your entry. I've explained that in the class, so you need to read it again. If you're still confused on it, you can ask me more questions on it. If you're following the YouTube channel, you can ask me questions on this Fibonacci retracement, and how do we place it. This 100 will be at the swing high if it's a downtrend, then the 0 will be at the bottom, the last point. So now this is the premium. So far as price retrace back to either 50% or 61.8 percent. So we have this 38.2, 50% and 61.8. So all here are your points of interest. So once price comes back to this place and you see either a M pattern like what we are seeing here, and something this place, you see that price has been slow here. It has been a kind of slow, and price is still dancing inside this 61.8 to 50% fib level. So maybe even if you take trade here, you can use this 100% as your stop loss. You can just place your stop loss here. So once you place your stop loss here, let me change the color. You can place your stop loss at this purple line. And wait for the reaction. Or you can still wait throughout today, because today is the opening of the month. You can wait for price to give you a full confirmation on what will happen today. Maybe either it takes out all this low, retest all the retest that he wants to retest along here. Maybe it takes out even this low, can now join the downtrend. And if you see it moving up, maybe hit your stop loss, don't bother. Stop loss is not a killer disease. That price hits your stop loss does not mean that you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes markets will just react and go against us, because sometimes when we are looking at the lower time frame, it might be doing another thing on at the higher time frame. So don't panic when your trade is stop loss. Once it hits stop loss, what you will do is you review your trade, and once you review your trade, you know what has happened at the left hand side. Why did price go towards your stop loss? Did it create a bullish fair value gap along the line, or did it give a pin by candlestick pattern? That's when you will know, okay, it's created a candlestick pattern. That was why price got to my stop loss. So stop loss is not bad. Stop loss is part of learning. So each time price hits your stop loss, don't panic. So rather, you review your trade and see what really happened. And you see that this trade has been moving now, and now, what's the time? Okay, this is 6 o'clock Nigerian time. So you see perfectly. See moving, feel this gap that is created today. Price have filled it, although price still remain. So don't be surprised that price might still hit this 61.8. There's still gap here. There's still remaining gap here. So even if you take an entry or you wait to maybe towards a London station, because this Gbpcad and pound USD pound always follows London session. Euro and pound, they follow London session. So maybe during London session, which is 8 o'clock Nigerian time, you can take this sell. You can join the sell if it gives a clear reaction. Even if you take it now, which I'm not advising for you, I'm still advising everybody to always wait for daily candle to close so that you have a clear head. Even sometimes you wait for 1 week candle to close before you have a clear head of what to do on your swing trade on a monthly. Because once you have a clear head, just a day candle will give you what you want. If it's going to be a clear continuation trend, it's going to give you what you want. So either you wait for a session, either a New York session or London session, anyone that gives you a clue of a clear entry, you can enter and drop your stop loss above here. Let it not be more than here, or some people will go far, which is too big. That I'm not in support of big stop loss. I don't like it. I don't like bigger stop loss. And even if there's a reaction here and price breaks through here, I'm bringing down the stop loss to this 61.8. Once price breaks maybe this previous low here, you bring down your stop loss to break even. Then you can now continue riding it and monitoring it. Look at another point that you can use as your take profit. Just take your profit here. If you want to take your profit here, if you still want to go far, you bring down your stop loss to the entry, bring down your stop loss to entry, and you now do what you want to do. So that's the review of Gbpcad that we did as homework. Thank you very much. Don't mind the dog. The dog is disturbing, so don't mind the dog. But everything I'm doing on this YouTube is just for educational purpose. So you just review it. Why I say let me do the video is for you people to be able to rewatch and rewatch and rewatch, because I find that after live class, so many questions were coming back. When I drop it as a video, you follow me with the review. You can change your 1 hour, you can change it to line charts, then if price did not give us what we want, and it hits stop loss and start moving up, we still have some beautiful pips upside too. We'll now follow it. Maybe price decides to pick this previous weekly high, we'll now decide to ride with it till it gives us a clear move, which we are still awaiting. So we are not sticking, as a trader, you are not sticking to the bearish side, because this is new month. You are not going to stick to it. although it has there's so many confirmation on daily, weekly, and showing a reversal, but you don't just marry a trend. You can't just marry a trend. You wait for the reaction. If price decide not to hit any of this support level and start pushing up, that's why I say you wait for at least one day to get a monthly, daily high and low, so that once any of the parts, the high breaks and it continues, maybe close above it or ride it. Once the low breaks and it gives us a retest below the previous daily low, may ride it towards the downside. So that's why I'm telling everybody to hold on today. Let's see the way the candle will close. Thank you and do have a nice day.